I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay.
No. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Right.
Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
Anyone claiming that America's economy is in decline is peddling fiction.
I've abandoned free market principles to save the free market system.
But we have to pass the bill so that you can find out what is in it.
Raising the debt ceilings does not increase our debt. It does not somehow promote profligacy.
I know words. I have the best words. Nobody knows the system better than me, which is why I alone can fix it.
Peddling Fiction Podcast. I am your host, the voice and soul of so-called fiction, Johnny Profita. And back with me is Justin Hillbilly Boy Campbell. What's going on over there?
Oh, nothing too much. Having some nice fallish weather, so I broke out my cardigan and getting into my grumpy old man mode. Sit out on the porch and yell at people walking by, and stuff like that.
Right on. It's a little overcast day here. I don't know if you can hear those waves crashing in the background. They sound pretty loud today. There might be a storm passing by. But other than that, it's good to be alive, even though I'm in excruciating back pain.
I got a call from the gastroenterologist's office that completely missed this huge blockage and problem that I'm having, asking if I would like to get set up on a payment plan for the remaining $1,000+ that I apparently owe them. Then I got the bills in the mail for yesterday. I was like, every time I pay a bill, a week later you send me another one. I said, I'm not giving you any more money. And I kind of just went off on the lady. I explained the whole thing and how I went to another doctor and they found it. And the doctor even said, I don't know how they could have done a scope and missed this. I was like, so I'm not giving you any more money, period. And afterwards I felt a little bad because those people are just doing their job. She didn't do the scope. She didn't have anything to do with it. She just sits at a desk and calls people to try to help them get their, accounts paid off. So I felt a little bit, and she, after I got done, just going absolutely losing my shit. She goes, "Oh my God, that is terrible." She said, "I'm going to talk to my supervisor and anybody I can and see if we can get this taken care of and get the rest of these charges just dropped." I was like, "Thank you. That's really sweet of you."
I mean, you should eat the charges if you fuck up like that. Any other business, that's kind of how you would operate. You own a restaurant, you serve a fucking shitty plate of food, you eat the cost of you take it off the bill.
Right.
Yeah, that's exactly how it should operate.
I mean, it'd be nice if I could get the other $2,500 that I already paid back, but whatever.
It's just unbelievable that they can just keep sending you bills.
Right.
And if you don't pay it, then it goes to debt collectors and you get harassed by them. And it's just, ugh.
Oh, as soon as the debt collectors call once, I block their number. That's it. I never hear from them again. But that's just me. Also, my ex-wife kind of wrecked my credit score. So it's not like, oh, this will go against your credit score is really a big threat to me. It's like, yeah, I mean, my ex-wife fucked that up 10 years ago. It's never going to recover. Cool. That's whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I have excellent credit, but I don't really envision a world where I'll need it for any reason.
And I've got everything paid off. And I've got now that everything's paid off and we're setting money aside and stuff, I got cash for pretty much anything, short of the house completely burning down. And even then I've got a second house. So
yeah, I mean, it would be easier. I bet I would get more favorable loan terms and things if I just used margin against my brokerage accounts. instead of going to a bank for a fucking loan. I don't know. I mean, I know Robinhood's giving you like 5.25%. I don't know where other rates are right now, but I know we're supposed to get a rate cut here in about a week. So we'll see how much they cut there. They're talking 25 to 50 basis points. We'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know the yeah, and the Roseanne blanket on the couch back there. It's great. The one thing I've just been talking about doing this for years, and I just haven't gotten around to doing it because I'm a lazy fucking retard. But the infinite banking concept, which is, if you don't want to have to be dependent on banks for credit, and even if you have like great credit, like we saw them debank people recently. Hopefully that pendulum's swinging back the other way. It looks like it is, but you never know if you're gonna say something that pisses off the powers that be, and they just you can't do business with one of these big banks, and because of the government regulation and everything, we only have mostly big banks at this point. So it would be probably beneficial to if you can put as many of those things under your control and not be dependent on another institution. I wonder if they'll get into that in our sponsor for today's show. Should we just get that out of the way?
Yeah, knock it out.
All right. Expat Money Summit, October 10th through the 12th. They will be teaching you everything you need to know about maximizing your liberty and your freedom by moving either yourself or your finances abroad. Maybe I can ask if this will be a topic of conversation, because the bank accounts here in Mexico, I mean, they pay crazy interest. You can get a bank account here, they'll pay you 9.5% interest. That's down from like 12%. But it's, typically you have to have your residency or something in order to get a bank account. I don't know how all these other Latin American countries work, but if you want to figure that sort of thing out, and you would still have to pay taxes on it in the U.S., unfortunately, on any foreign bank accounts and interest that you would earn, because we are slaves to the almighty federal government. But if you want to figure out how to minimize the damage and the slavery that you're subjected to, go to expatmoneysummit.com and reserve your free ticket today. There's going to be a wealth of knowledge that you can tap into there. And like I said, Latin America is the topic of this year's summit. A lot of good opportunity there, real estate, other types of I don't want to say abnormal investments, but just different types of investments that your typical people are used to. And they will teach you how to navigate those waters and more. So get your plan B in place before it's too late. expatmoneysummit.com. All right. But yeah, infinite banking concept, or maybe there's something like that similar abroad. I have no idea, but I will be in attendance to at least a couple of these talks. So I don't know, maybe there'll be a Q&A at the end we can ask. But anyway, now that that's out of the way, I had just real quick on the job. Let's get some jobs numbers out of the way, because there were some more massive revisions to the numbers.
Isn't it crazy? I think we're up to like over 1 million jobs.
It's 2. I think it's 2 million.
2 million jobs that just didn't exist. Like, apparently for the last 4 years didn't exist, and now they're getting like real numbers coming out, and it's like, oh.
Yeah, I think.
And everybody's surprised about it. Like, haven't we been talking about this for literally 4 years? It's like,
yeah, I mean, we pretty much document every jobs number that comes out. We mention what's been going on, and how many revisions to the. I remember to start out the year, they revised down like 900,000 or something, or whatever it is. It's 918,000. Where did my fucking chart go? God damn it. Sandwiched between all these fucking things about that chick getting stabbed. But yeah, I think so. Basically, from 20. Hang on, I have it here. 2024 to 2025, like all the jobs evaporated, all of them. So it's like, they're trying to blame the state of the economy on Donald Trump and his tariffs. Like that just, I don't even think that's had enough time to work its way through the economy yet. Where are my replies? Dun, dun, dun. God damn it. Sorry. So many fucking things. I should have had this pulled up, but yeah, 2 million jobs from the last 3 years of the Biden administration have now been revised away. And this is despite the biggest debt issuance spree on record. So 2023, 2024, and 2025. I'll just pull this here. Let me share this chart real quick because this is very basic to look at. Share my screen. This one, yeah, okay. So there you go. There you go. You can see those big red bars there, 2023, 2024, and 2025. So 2022, that big green bar, that's just them reopening the economy after the lockdowns, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that's not actually that's not actually job creation. That's just people going back to work.
Yeah. Yeah. And a lot fewer people that were working before they shut down everything. And then you just see 2023, 2024, 2025, like it's trending downward pretty substantially. 2024 was revised down 800,000, and 2023 was only like, it looks like about 300,000, and then 2025 was 900,000. And now we're, like we said on last week's show, we got the jobs reports last Friday, Wednesday and Friday. We lost 22,000 jobs, and I forget what the other, like 70,000 according to the government's numbers. Like it was, I mean, these jobs numbers, they are tanking. So this trend was in place long before Donald Trump took office, and I think it will continue. And this is, I mean, that's why one of the reasons why Donald Trump won in such a landslide was because the economy has been shit. I mean, if the economy was as great as Joe Biden was trying to portray it, it would have been an easy victory, because people, it's always about the economy, So anyway, just 2 million jobs over the last 3 years of the Biden administration was complete bullshit. And Trump fired the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics or whatever. So I don't know if we're getting more accurate numbers now, but
and of course, when Trump did that, they're like, "Oh, they give you numbers you don't like, so you just fire them." It's like, no, they were giving blatantly false numbers. It's like, now you're going to actually start seeing real numbers. And it's like,
I mean, imagine any other position where you're just like, oh yeah, the last 3 years I was off by 2 million. Like, okay, they're like, yeah, you're fired. Or last three, like, how could you be that far off? That's not like, an honest mistake or a miscalculation. Oh, we did this wrong. Like, we just need to tweak something a little bit. Like, that's just complete and utter bullshit. Like, you were just lying. You were juicing the fucking numbers to get the headline, because everybody reacts to the headline. And, we live in this fucking news cycle where it's just like anything that happened 24 hours ago might as well have been 24 fucking years ago. And, so the markets react to the headline, and then they quietly just revise them away. So most likely we've probably been in a recession since we went into a real recession and they changed the definition of it. We've probably been in a recession since then. What does he say? The numbers are inverted because it involves having. Yeah. All right. So there's your economic update. You can stop sharing that. All right. So the big story that, I guess, is it a big story if none of the corporate press picks it up? Yeah, we got that. I got that, Magoo. anytime anybody sees 50 and 13, it's it should be pretty clear what we're going for. So, did you? I guess this story kind of broke for most people that don't follow, MSNBC, New York Times, Associated Press, all that stuff. This story kind of broke on Friday, was it last week? Like late last week. But it happened several weeks ago. That poor Ukrainian girl was just fucking slaughtered on the train. And I don't even, it's just so fucking obvious that, oh God, dude, the Alex Jones one. All right.
I mean, it's one of the best angles of the entire thing.
Yeah. Viewer discretion advised. This was tough to watch, man.
The more times I watch it from different angles, the more pissed off I get. There were 4 other people in that car that watched this dude get up, watched him do that, and didn't do a motherfucking thing. Just sat there and watched it like, oh.
Yeah, actually, I think there were 5. So, okay, I could understand, like, in the first, 10 seconds or whatever, the knife he had was, pretty small. Like, okay, you can't, maybe for the first, 5 seconds, you're like, what, did he just punch her? Which, again, still, you would hope that somebody might intervene in that sort of situation, a la Daniel Penny. But I mean, you can see her just keel over 10 seconds after that happens. And she's just on the ground bleeding out. And that one dude just gets up and fucking basically runs away. You can see in other angles, he just takes off.
Yeah.
The chick sitting next to her just fucking sits there, does nothing, dude. What kind of a fucking and I could also understand, while the guy's still standing there, once you realize that he's stabbed, it's okay, the guy's got a knife still. Is he gonna keep stabbing other people? I can understand being a little afraid at that point, but he walks away after that, right? He walks to a different car or something. Blood's dripping everywhere. Dude, those people are fucking despicable, man. You watch this girl keel over. There's a puddle of blood. She's bleeding out. I mean, she was most likely a fucking goner either way. But how do you just sit there and watch somebody fucking bleed out is beyond me. Absolutely fucking beyond me.
Yeah, it's infuriating. And then, okay, so there's so many different angles on this. Which direction do you want to go first? Maybe the backstory here. So this dude had been arrested 14 fucking times. 14 fucking times. And was allowed, and not just petty bullshit arrests. He had been arrested on violent type stuff and felonious activities 14 fucking times and was allowed to walk. Here's the judge that let him walk last time.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
This is Teresa A. Stokes. She does not have a law degree. She is not a licensed lawyer, anything. She is just
right.
Yeah, she is just a appointed appellate judge, or not appellate judge.
Yeah, magistrate judge is what they call him. Yeah. So I didn't know that this was possible. I honestly had no idea that you could be a judge without passing the bar. I didn't know that existed. However, I will say, you shouldn't have to have a fucking law degree to realize that certain people cannot exist in polite society. And this motherfucker is one of them. And it should have been blatantly obvious. I'm telling you, dude, I'm fine with the 3 strikes and you're out. And I don't even care what the 3rd strike. I don't even care if it's you stealing a fucking bag of chips. If like, I don't think it should be like a victimless, like some bullshit thing where you get pulled over for like a tail light or something and they find like a joint in your, like, okay, maybe not that, but dude, like 3 fucking crimes that have a victim. I'm sorry, dude. Like, that's it. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Like, you are fucking done. And the fact that it can get to 14 is absolutely fucking insane. And of course, you look at that stupid fucking judge. Like, does she just look like a retard? She looks like a retarded person. We showed that. You had that other picture of her in like the teal. I was like, this person, dude. Before I even realized that she wasn't a lawyer or passed, I was like, how the fuck did she pass the bar? I was thinking this to I was like, there's no way she passed. Like, they must have lowered the standards or something. And then you find out, oh yeah, no, she could have a fucking 2-year degree from like a community college. And apparently you can become a judge. And then did you see that she's like the COO of a fucking like a rehab center or something like that? So like she's letting all these people fucking walk and then profiting from them going to her center or something like that. Which, I mean, I don't know, dude. The whole fucking thing is infuriating. Yeah, there you go. She looks retarded. She looks like a fucking retard. I would not hire her to do anything. Bag groceries, maybe. Where did she go to school? Does it have a state some sort of state university?
Don't see any. Just a
Pinnacle Recovery Services. Yeah. So she has self-interest in letting fucking people like this walk and then and funneling them into her fucking business. Substance abuse treatment, dual diagnosis care. Yeah, all that shit. So she has a clear conflict of interest as a judge. I don't even know how that's possible, dude. Like, these people should be in fucking prison, but it's like, oh, no, I'm not going to put them in prison because I can funnel them into my business.
One, they're not, are they making them go to anything? Like, this dude, after stabbing her, said, apparently he said that that the government was like beaming stuff into his head to make, like, clearly
he had a call. I think the thing that he was brought up on charges with the last time was like when you like a phony 911 call or wasting 911 resources, because he called and said he had some sort of man-made device inside of him that was making him do weird, like, he's nuts. Obviously he's fucking nuts, but he's also a fucking 14-time felon.
Right. That's
so like
I don't care how fucking insane he is. It doesn't make him any less of a murderer. Doesn't make him any less guilty. Doesn't make him any less of a threat to society. And it should not mean that his punishment is any less than absolute fucking execution. Like, it should be public. Like, Donald Trump, did you see the Trump's statement on this? Let me see. I had it pulled up just a second ago.
Well, while you're finding that, let me show you this. I don't know if you saw this chart. This was interesting. I mean, not interesting. This is just, I mean, it's fucking obvious, but it's, here you go. This is prior arrests of persons admitted to state prison in 34 states in 2014. So, I mean, you can see after 3 arrests, like, if you just did not let fucking people out of prison after 3 or like after the 3rd one, look how many fucking people. Look at 31 or more, dude. Look at that jump. I just don't understand how we have a fucking society. And I know we have that like mandatory minimum thing. I don't know why. Like, does that just apply to like fucking drug offenses? How do you? I don't know, dude. I just don't understand why we can't, as a society, be like, dude, if you've been arrested more than fucking 3 times, you're done. Like, you're done for a significant amount of time. And if it's 3 violent offenses, like, I'm fine with you just never being allowed back in society. But like I said, if you had, like, let's say you fucking robbed 2 people at gunpoint or something, and for whatever reason, you're out on the streets, and then you go into a shop and you steal a bag of Doritos, like, life in prison. I'm sorry. You're done. You're done. We don't need you. You're not contributing anything to society. You're nothing but a potential fucking menace. Why? Why are we fucking dealing with these people? It's fucking insane. And we've been covering these type of offenders. Remember, like, it wasn't a friend of mine, but it was like a friend of a friend got fucking gunned down by like a dude. He was like on his way back from his high school reunion thing or college reunion or something. And this dude just shot him in the fucking head. Like, father, I had like 3 kids and shit. Like, the guy was in prison. Like, yeah, it was like 25, 30 times or some shit like that. Like, it's just, what the hell is going on? And how are these judges allowing them out of, like, into polite society? It was, okay, yeah, no, I didn't see this.
Yeah, here's Trump's statement on the animal who so violently killed the beautiful young lady from Ukraine who came to America searching for peace and safety should be given a quick, there is no doubt, trial and only awarded the death penalty. There can be no other option.
Yeah, I mean, dude, the trial, okay. I guess because technically everyone is awarded a trial. The trial should be opening statement, you play the video, and then closing statements.
Yeah, that's it. And then
Like,
walk him out on the front steps, have him get down on his knees and put a bullet in the back of his fucking head. Like, that's it.
Honestly, I'd like him to suffer a little more than that.
I
would like him to be fucking tortured.
I don't want him to have enough time for an appeal. Because
No,
they'll try to say
you don't get it. Dude, when you're on fucking video doing it, you don't get appeals. I'm sorry.
In a just society, you wouldn't.
We don't, like, you have to take it in like the spirit of the law. Like, I understand why we have an appeal system. It's not for motherfuckers like this. He's lucky that he even gets a trial, to be perfectly honest.
Judge Dredd might have been onto something. Just saying.
And you know he's going to get, the insanity fucking plea. And dude, if they give him some sort of fucking sweetheart deal, like they put him into a fucking insane asylum or whatever.
People are going to be following this the same way that other people were following the Derek Chauvin thing. And if this doesn't go the right way, it could very well spark an entire race war across the country. Like, I fully believe that. Here's the crazy thing. Like, that poor girl that like came here from Ukraine. Did you see the statistics on this? Very roughly, using United Nations figures, the annual civilian death rate in Ukraine attributable to the war comes out to around 10 to 11 deaths per 100,000 population. In 2024, the homicide rate in Charlotte, North Carolina was 12 per 100,000. She literally would have been safer staying in a fucking war zone than coming to a liberal run fucking city with all of these monsters that just run free and are never punished for anything.
Yeah. Cashless bail too. Which was, I guarantee you that was, do we want to go to the Van Jones shit on MS? Is that on? Oh, that was on CNN. Because they do, their take on it was unbelievably despicable. And they're okay. Yeah. Do you have the clip?
Oh yeah. I got the clips of everything.
We don't know why that man did what he did. We don't know how to deal with people who were hurting in the way this man was hurting. Hurt people. What happened was horrible. No one mentioned the word race, white, black, or anything except him. We don't know why that man.
So he's referencing Charlie Kirk in that, because Charlie Kirk compared this to George Floyd. You have the full clip?
And what was not Kirk, but somebody else that I think it was Tucker Carlson said that this girl got stabbed because she's black. And he was like, we don't know that. Or because she's white. And he was like, we don't know that. I'm like, okay. There were four or five black people on the train. What do you mean?
He could have easily, after he stabbed her, he could have stabbed the black chick one seat over, but he didn't. He didn't touch anybody else.
Here's the longer clip from Van Jones.
Yeah.
We don't know why he did what he did.
That's not the longer one.
Do you need it? He did it because she's white when there's no evidence of that. It's just pure race mongering, hate mongering.
Here, let me send you this one. I think this is the one we were looking for. Because, dude, this is just an like. Talk about having absolutely no credibility. This is how they cover the story.
Want to be there,
and it's
about
difficult
forcing them to be there.
When you are mentally ill, you have a hard time knowing that you are mentally ill. But also, I mean, people like Charlie Kirk, Van, they've been looking for opportunities to make this some sort of like reciprocal George Floyd situation, and that's the part that I think he's almost giving away the game, and it's sad to see a lot of people going along with it.
You know, let me just say a couple of things. One is, I mean, what happened to that young woman was horrible. And it's everybody's nightmare. If you're in any public space, a subway, whatever, that something bad's going to happen to you or somebody you care about. So it does strike a chord. We don't know why that man did what he did. And for Charlie Kirk to say, we know he did it because she's white, when there's no evidence of that, it's just pure race mongering, hate mongering. It's wrong. Then he says that if something like that had happened the other way, there'd be sweeping changes imposed on society. Where is the George Floyd Policing Act? It didn't pass. Even when you had a white police officer murder a black man on live television, the whole world saw, there were no sweeping changes. In fact, not one law was passed at the federal level. So I think that's an important thing to point out. The other thing is, you mentioned the thing about cashless bail. I think this is a big challenge that we have. Would you have felt better if there had been cash bail and the mom had come and put down $1,000 to let him out? It's not about cashless bail or no cashless bail. It's about the fact that we don't know how to deal with people who are hurting in the way this man was hurting. Hurt people. What happened was horrible, but it becomes an opportunity for people to jump on bandwagons. And then for someone like Charlie Kirk, he should be ashamed of himself. No one mentioned the word race, white, black, or anything except him. What people mention is the horror of what happened to this young woman.
Yeah, Magoo said Chauvin did nothing wrong. It's crazy how they continue to double down on George Floyd. Like after the coroner's reports came back that he died of a fentanyl, like the fentanyl was what killed him, not asphyxiation. Yeah.
Well,
it's all the entire
like jobs report, like that just gets revised away, and nobody fucking hears about it. And dude, okay. So we have two scenarios, right? We have George Floyd, and we have Irina. What's her last name? I don't know. I don't know how to say it. But okay. So one of these scenarios was clearly racially motivated, and they're like you said. Van Jones says, "Oh, we have no evidence that he attacked her just because she was white." No, he walks around saying, "I got that white girl." Right.
Literally right after he did it.
Where's your evidence that Derek Chauvin killed George Floyd because he was black? Where's the evidence of that? There's zero. There's none. He got called to a scene after the fact and followed like the training manual. Like it or not, that's how they're trained to fucking deal with crazy drug addict motherfuckers that are going berserk in the backseat of a cop car. Like, there's absolutely no evidence. It's just their own personal bias. Oh, white cop, black guy, obviously racially motivated. But here you got black dude, white chick. Oh, well, we don't know. We don't know. He was just hurt people.
And then he says,
fucking believable.
And then he says, like, when he's on the train telling other people, yeah, I got that white girl. I stabbed her because she called me a N-word. Like, we can all watch the video. She never talks to him, never acknowledges him, anything. Sits down quietly and is just sitting
headphones in, looking at her phone.
Yeah.
Minding her own business, which unfortunately, like, maybe because she's from the Ukraine, she doesn't realize like the kind of unwritten rules that you have when you're on the
fucking got on a different fucking rail car as soon as you saw that there was nobody that looked like you on that one. Like, go to a different car.
Yeah. Profile. Dude, there's a reason fucking people profile. There's a reason the FBI has profiles. Like, when a fucking serial killer, is going around killing a bunch of people, they don't just run around in random directions checking every person. Obviously, they know it's like a fucking white dude, like 30 to 45 or whatever, like whatever the fucking profile is. That's who they target. Obviously, dude, it's it really is unfucking believable. I could not believe that CNN had that bad of a take on it. I mean, just imagine the situation is reversed. Just imagine if that was their take on the George Floyd thing. Oh, we don't know. He was just doing his job. It's dude, it is staggering how bad of a take that is.
I mean, and then as if that wasn't a bad enough one, and then we get the let's see, Whoopi Goldberg and her take on it.
Oh God, I haven't seen these yet. Yeah, here we go.
Look, a young woman is dead. Let's take that into consideration. And yes, a man who should have been behind bars was loose and out.
Well, he should have been.
Listen.
Yeah.
He was a schizophrenic man. His mother begged them to take him and put him away. So stop politicizing this. This is not political. This has to do with how we take care of our sick Americans when they are in need.
And then Joy Bear followed that up with an equally bad take, if you are interested in that as well.
But you know what? I have to say.
Let me just say. And so if y'all could stop cutting funding,
a good
for
one.
places.
Yeah.
But that's why it is political.
How about that?
That is exactly why it is a political situation, because in the first 40 days of the Trump administration, this one, they terminated 128 grants from the National Institute of Mental Health. In May, they cut $1 billion in federal grants for mental health services.
$1 billion?
Yes. And then they talk about, mentally ill people are with the guns and mentally ill people are killing, blah, blah, blah. But then they cut the services. So it is political.
It's all because they cut mental health funding. That's the only reason that these people are stabbing girls on trains and shooting up Catholic schools and stuff, is because Trump cut mental health funding.
Yeah, because Donald Trump cut the funding. Right. Okay. Like, dude, like you said, like, it doesn't matter if he's mentally ill or not. Like, he should have been locked up with the key thrown away after offense number 3. Like, that's it. You cannot participate in society anymore. And then if it turns out, okay, they find out in prison he's schizophrenic. Okay, well, now you got to deal with the schizophrenic in prison. However you want to fucking do that. I don't care. I don't care what you do, but he doesn't get to walk around society being a fucking menace. Absolutely not. It's fucking, dude, it is absolutely infuriating. And I know there was one Republican politician that came out and, like, I think he put out some legislation to put some sort of fucking penalty on these judges that let people like this walk back into society. I mean, there has to be something. There has to be something in play, because this is just, it's getting absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. How you could be arrested 14 fucking times, like, it should be impossible, because you shouldn't be allowed back into society. Yeah, Jesus Christ, dude. Hang on, I'm trying to get a fucking answer from Grok on this, because what's his name said that there were no sweeping changes after George Floyd. I'd venture to guess that they weren't doing cashless bail before George Floyd. I can't get a straight fucking answer from Grok on this.
Hang on, I had the thing on the guy that put forward the legislation for holding the judges accountable, and now I'm trying to find it. What did I do with it? Damn it. There's so much on this that's going on right now.
Well, dude, yeah, while you find that, I mean, this is, it does feel like this is, whether the media will cover it or not, And they were basically dragged kicking and screaming to finally writing articles about this yesterday and the day before, maybe after, long after this blew up on X and across the internet. Then they come out with these pathetic fucking articles that are almost just as bad as that CNN take. But this really does feel like it's the straw that broke the camel's back. I mean, people have been they've been talking about this crime since 2020. How bad it's been getting in these cities, and Democrats are fucking denying all of it. And people are like, no, this shit's getting really fucking bad. And now you have it, now you have this on video, just a fucking unbelievably brutal attack for no reason. There's no justification for this. There's no, why can't black people just be like, yo, that's fucked up. That's a horrible they just won't do it.
This is Randy Fine. He's the congressman that's put forward the bill for holding judges accountable.
Well, I think we've got to hold judges accountable. Look, if you're a bartender who gives too many alcoholic beverages to a customer in the bar and they kill someone on the way home, you get held responsible. So why should a judge who's protected by an armed bailiff get off the hook when they let these killers into our streets? What my bill will do is allow the family of one of these victims to sue the judge personally and hold them accountable for the crime that they allowed to happen.
It's not bad. I mean, yeah, sure. I guess the slippery slope argument would be like you run the risk of just judges putting everybody in fucking prison all the time to avoid prosecution.
At this point, cool, I'm good with it.
Right. And I mean, it's like, I'm sorry, dude. There's a big difference between some 16-year-old kid getting arrested for a fucking drunk in public or something and this 14-time fucking felon. I cannot envision a world where it's like, yeah, the judge's like, well, I don't want to get sued for this, so I'm throwing this kid in fucking prison because, he got caught with an eighth of weed on him or something like that. I don't see that happening. I would like to see some this type of dude, heads have to fucking roll on this, figuratively. Well, at least one actually has to roll.
Literally
roll. But there has to be some sort of accountability. I'm sorry, dude. And if the lawsuit turns out you're done. You're done as you should be able to be fucking fired for being terrible at your goddamn job. I don't care what the job is. Start firing people. Lifetime appointments for these stupid fucking retard judges. Are you kidding me?
Who have no legal background whatsoever? Just a magistrate judge.
But I mean, clear. I said, dude, I would be a better judge than her. I have no legal background. I don't need to pass the bar to look at somebody and be like, yep, nope, done. Dude, I can do it based on their fucking names. What's this retard's name? Declarius, some stupid fucking black name. Done. I'll just look at the names and I'll be like, yep, nope, done. Dude, I guarantee you cannot find me a fucking a black person that has a name like that should be a part of society. Good luck. Because the good ones aren't fucking named retarded names like that. And I bet you if they were given a name like that, they would change it immediately. No serious person is named DeCarlos something. DeCarlos Brown Jr. I thought he had another. I thought it was different than Brown. DeCarlos. I could do a much better job of judging people just based off of their name. And sure, I'll take a look at the rap sheet as well. But I guarantee, I wonder, somebody should make this fucking chart. The one that I just had with the different arrests, 3 or more. Okay, give me the names. Give me a list of fucking names where they take a regular name and they put duh in front of it, or they add an L where it should just some sort of stupid fucking thing that black people do. to ruin their kids. Apostrophe straight to jail. Dude, I'm telling you, like, okay, yes, maybe like 10% of the time I would be wrong, but I think society would be okay with that.
I mean, El Salvador has proven that society is absolutely okay with it. Okay, so you were talking about like it'd be an easy W for black people to just be like, this is pretty fucking awful. No, this is what we get from BLM.
Have a right to violence. All oppressed people have a right to violence. And I'm going to tell you something. It's like the right to pee. You got to have the right place. You got to have the right time. You got to have the appropriate situation. And I'm absolutely convinced that this is it. Have a right.
Yeah, because this little dude, how tiny is this little Ukrainian girl that oppressed that big black dude, by the way?
And then
she fit in between the seat and the fucking thing. Like, even I can't sit in that seat without like bending, like putting my legs to the side. I'm only fucking 5'9". Yeah, this Ukrainian girl who escaped war-torn Ukraine oppressed him somehow. It's such bullshit, dude. And the fucking media that's been pushing this narrative is responsible for this mentality. And nothing, dude, there's no statistic that you can point to that bears out that narrative. None whatsoever. Absolutely none. Dude, the amount, oh, dude, do I have those stats? Somebody posted the stats, like black on white crime and everything.
Oh, yeah. Gosh.
I think Elon reposted it. I think I commented on it. Let me find it. I joked that they lost them at per capita.
Every time. Every single time. They're like, oh, there's more. It's like, yes, we're not talking about the just sheer numbers. We're talking about the percentages. And also, even if you take the sheer numbers,
you can literally take any sort of statistic you want. There's no justification for the media narrative that there's just like this all-out assault white people on black. It doesn't exist. The numbers do not fucking exist. And by the way, they've been massaging these numbers for at least the last 10 years. Remember, how many times have you seen the fucking the mugshot and then the description of the person where it's clearly a fucking black dude and they put white or like dark-skinned white? Shit that.
Dark-skinned white.
White Hispanic. Where is it? Where is it? Come on, Elon. Oh, did you see that the friend of Michael Brown, the one that started the hands up, don't shoot bullshit lie? He caught a bullet.
Got shot. Guess what? The interestingly enough, the person who shot him was released without charges, and they're actually looking into it as a defense, it was a defensive thing. Like it was self-defense, not a like. I
might have to change my stance on people being released.
So Michael Brown's buddy, Michael Brown, who was notoriously a thug, Michael Brown's buddy, who helped start the hands up, don't shoot bullshit, got shot for being a fucking thug, and the guy who shot him was just defending himself.
Remember when they ran with that fucking narrative?
Yeah,
like,
the hands up,
it's
don't shoot.
So fucking ridiculous.
And then you had the video that
he was
showed
just standing there like this, don't shoot me, don't shoot me, don't shoot me, and then the cops fucking shot him. The only time I've ever seen that was the fucking white dude on the floor.
Yeah,
that's the only time I've ever seen anything like that.
Yeah, Michael Brown was actively attacking police officers when he got shot. Same with the Trayvon Martin
orbital.
The Trayvon Martin thing. He was beating the fuck out of that dude when that dude shot him. Like, yeah, they were just so innocent, though.
Dude, oh my God, it is just absolutely infuriating, and this has been building up since the Trayvon Martin thing. I can't really remember another incident that was just that fucking ridiculous that the the media picked up, and then Obama. If I had a son, it looked like Trayvon. I haven't seen Obama comment on this. Oddly enough, I saw him post something else, but it had nothing to do with this. Where the fuck is that goddamn Elon post? I can't find it. I can't find it. But anyway, I mean, there's just the statistics are staggering again, dude, it's just like the corporate press is basically like Jim Cramer. It's like whatever they say, the exact opposite is true. Oh yeah, there's we have an epidemic of whites, going around hunting black people. Just, the crime, walking while black and things like. Remember they were wearing the fucking hoodie and all that shit. Jesus Christ, dude, it really is unbelievable. It is unbelievable. And then when they finally get dragged kicking and screaming to writing articles about it, it's like, again, dude, just like the most ridiculous take ever. I think this one was behind a paywall on in the New York Times, but the guy quotes it. You can go ahead and read those stats. I'm going to find this fucking Elon thing.
So Elon reposted this. It was from Alex Berenson. Black men commit a huge amount of violent crime in the United States. Every statistic confirms this fact. Black people make up about 47,000 of the 81,000 murder suspects whose race was known to police in the last 5 years, according to the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Most of those killers are men. Put another way, black men, who make up about 1/14 of the American population, commit over half of the homicides.
Yeah, I mean, dude, if you take people out of the equation, like just change like black people and murders to something else. Like, I don't know, like we have a problem in the forest. Something like, what was the stat on how many, what percentage of black men?
I mean, we always quote 15 or 13 and 50, but it's actually it's 14 and 58 is the actual number.
So like 14% of the deer population is destroying 50% of like some fucking plant in the forest. Like, what would you do at that point? You know what I mean? Like, we would come up with a sensible, some sort of plan to deal with the 14%. Obviously. I'm gonna find that fucking Elon thing.
What are you looking for?
He retweeted, like somebody put out all of the fucking stat. I can't believe I can't find it. I think I just bookmarked too many things. Somebody posted like all these crime statistics and he retweeted it. I just found the one that you posted. Got too many things.
Well, then how about like the way that mainstream media is covering this? Like, did you see the New York Times article and the way they wrote it up, where it's like basically making a big deal out of how MAGA is making a big deal of this, like not focusing on the fact that this dude is a 14-time criminal, not on the fact that somebody was murdered, but because MAGA is getting upset about this, they wrote an article about that. Axios did the same.
How dare us be upset?
CNN basically did the same fucking thing. The way the media is covering this is just absolutely fucking disgusting.
And
it's like what the Associated Press, the same thing. The way they covered it was about as bad. It's like they wonder why we don't have any faith in mainstream media anymore. They wonder why people are becoming radicalized. They wonder why people are starting to like really get pissed off and say, all right, this has got to like, if the left continues to run with their like taking the side of the worst fucking monsters on the planet, like they have been, and like they seem to be with this, like I think this video might have been enough to like, for some people that just thought okay, like I can just like sit on the sideline and not be involved and like not pay attention. I think this is going to wake a lot of people up that this is fucking bad, especially when you find out it was 14 fucking times, and was just walking free. Like, oh fuck. And I don't give a good goddamn what his mom wanted. Like, his mom is inconsequential. Also, if his mom wanted it, why didn't she have somebody like lock him the fuck up? Like, you could have done something.
Yeah. Well, you remember the Van Jones? Oh, would it be better if his mom bailed him out? It's like, she wasn't going to bail him out. Right. Even if she had the fucking money to bail him out, she wanted him locked up.
Right.
So she wouldn't have bailed him out.
Like, there are decent human beings out there that understand that some people are a fucking menace and should not be on the streets.
Yeah. And her solution was to kick him out of the house, which is like, I don't know, maybe that was out of self-preservation. He probably scared the shit out of her. But then you just foist them onto the rest of society. It is just, dude, yeah, it's fucking infuriating. The whole fucking thing is infuriating. And it's like the culmination of all these retarded leftist policies that we're just like, yeah, no, this is going to be an unmitigated disaster. And then this poor fucking girl just gets like, just stabbed for no reason. Like, dude, she probably had no idea what happened. You're just sitting there 1 minute looking at your fucking phone.
0 results. Now, if I took another incident on mass transportation, say Daniel Penny stepping up as a vigilante to help people on the New York City subway, you search that on the New York Times, 100 results. Now, why would that be? Why would one story demand 100 articles and another story 0 articles? And it's because the media is more interested in the all capitals story, the narrative, than the facts or the truth. Take a look at the difference here. I want to show you the actual truth. When it comes to crime, the story is about race. Race. Take a look at the black on white crimes, 385,000 in 2023. The white on black crimes, just under 118,000. You see the comparative numerical difference. But now here's what the media actually does. They did what our camera operator just began to do a moment ago. I'm going to step out of the way. I'm going to show you literally what the media does with the camera. They zoom in on this number. This number, devoid of context, devoid of any facts, devoid of any understanding for the audience, is the only number that is zoomed in on by the media. Never do you understand the stories like this one we just saw out of Charlotte. Now, the media has already begun to address away what just happened in Charlotte. Axios writes, stabbing video fuels MAGA's crime message. Inside the article, they write, the big picture. The rising number of surveillance cameras in public spaces, including on Charlotte's light rail, has become a big accelerant in these cases.
Oh my God. Cameras revealing the people that are doing it has become an accelerant. Did you see the one? There was an article that was posted where some black dude stabbed some white chick to death. Crazy, right? Like a completely different story that was exactly the same. And somebody was like, could you please take this article down and repost it without the person's picture? Because that's we don't want to like strike up any racism. I don't know. Maybe don't do fucking terrible shit. And maybe if the statistics actually, actually fleshed it out that wasn't the case, then you wouldn't have to worry about these. That it's not the picture's not stoking racism. The picture is
revealing.
Right. It is the picture is bringing out justified rage and anger at the situation that has been allowed to be created over the last 30 years.
Yeah. And then completely gaslit on it, where it's just like, oh no, that's not happening. And now here comes the camera. Here's the fucking video evidence that it is happening quite a lot. And they're just like, oh, well, we need to get rid of the cameras then. It's funny. They didn't have that when, they wanted the police body cam footage to reveal all of the abusive behavior on white cops towards black people. Of course, dude, there was another, so they did a search in the Associated Press. They did a search for Irina Zarutska. Came up with, and this was on September 7th. So this is like, I don't know, what was that, Friday? 0 results, 0. They did a search for George Floyd. How many articles do you think the Associated Press, or how many results do you think the Associated Press came up with? Just take a guess. They had 0 for Irina.
A couple hundred at least, I'm sure.
74,221.
But
74,221 to 0. Yeah, dude, however much you hate the fucking press, like, it's never enough. It's absolutely never enough. And I think I'm getting closer to this post. I'm going to find it. I am going to find these fucking stats if it takes me the entire fucking
I think that was the stats. Jim said that what the video that we just ran through was the stats that Elon had posted in his retweet or whatever. So
was
it? It's funny. We were talking about, the cameras and stuff. They all clamored for body cams. There was a funny post that came out a week or so ago because there was another one of those incidences where like some crazed black woman jumps out of a car and just takes off running at a cop trying to stab him. And it's like,
you shot her, right?
Body cam footage was the worst thing that could have happened to the BLM movement. It's like,
I mean, I honestly have not seen a lot of body cam footage that justifies the whole narrative of white cops just abusing black people for no reason. Every time I see body cam footage, it's just like, at a minimum, they talk themselves into getting their ass kicked.
right. At like most of the time, worst case scenario, this could have been like really easy peasy, like a nothing burger. And then they just keep pushing until they turn it into something. And like, okay, did the cop overstep? Maybe.
Yeah.
But also,
a lot of times it's like, yeah, he probably shouldn't have done that. But again, it was also completely avoidable. It wasn't like he was going to do that from the get-go. You enticed it out of him. It's almost like entrapment to get like more material for their fucking story. That's why you had to have all these fucking Jussie Smollett story where they have to fake the shit in order to get attention.
oh shit. Magoo says they just tried to assassinate Charlie Kirk. I don't know if it's really an assassination at that point or just a murder. Like, I think you have to be like actually somebody important for it to be considered an assassination. But well, whatever.
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Oh shit!
Oh my God!
Go, run!
Oh.
Is that the guy that? Okay, so they got him. Did he hit anybody?
Looks like it hit Charlie Kirk.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, dude. Jesus Christ. God damn it. Where is those fucking stats? I'm never gonna find it.
Somebody commented on that. Somebody commented on the post of that video. They said that's impossible. Utah Criminal Code Title 76, Chapter 11, Part 2, Section 202.5 clearly states firearms are prohibited in institutions of higher learning.
Yeah. Well, the other thing I was going to mention this earlier. Did I miss all the cries to ban knives after this incident, or we're just okay with the knives are fine? Shouldn't there be a call for it instead of just mental health issues? Like, we need to ban the knives.
I think there should be a waiting list and a background check for black people to buy knives, or but again, then it goes back to the same thing. He didn't buy that knife. He 100% fucking stole that thing, just like the ones that have guns. So none of that would help anything anyway.
Yeah. Well, and last time I checked, it was illegal to stab people in the fucking neck. I guess it was like below the neck. Looked like it was like right around the collarbone area. But man, he got some sort of major artery because she fucking bled out real quick, man.
And he hit her like 3 or 4 times, and the knife was just like, as he was walking with it, it was just dripping everywhere. Like,
yeah. It really is unbelievable. I wouldn't be caught dead on public transportation if I wasn't strapped. I felt that way for. I had my concealed carry permit. It expired for Chicago. Of course, you're not allowed to bring it on the train. I would, but like there's just, yeah, the I don't know if the naivete of that poor girl, man. You're just gonna go sit headphones in, looking at your phone, just not aware of your surroundings. You got it. You just, unfortunately, yeah, you just can't operate that way. That is fucking insane. Yeah, dude. So is there any update on this Charlie Kirk thing?
I'm refreshing the latest feed on it. Some say he's dead. Some say pray for Charlie Kirk, and nothing is official.
Dude, that is. I don't know, man. This is gonna fucking blow up. Like like I don't even know how you reset things at this point without some sort of fucking cataclysmic event. Dude, race relations are at an all-time fucking low.
Oh God, I'm not gonna put it up, but I mean, I don't see how he could possibly be alive. Here's a.
So he got him. Jesus. Oof.
Yeah. Fuck. Like, wow. What's going to be the thing that triggers like the actual fucking Civil War II? Because we're getting really fucking close.
I don't know, dude. Is that on Van Jones now?
It should be. I mean, why wouldn't it be? By leftist logic, by the way they have blamed Trump and right wingers for other types of stuff, this is 100% on Van Jones. He should be liable for the murder of Charlie Kirk.
Jesus, dude. Yeah, I don't even. Yeah, that is fucked up. That is fucked up. Who's the guy that the fucking shot? He looked like he was like fucking 65.
These boomer fucking lefties are. Yeah, fucking hey. That's a rough note to go out on, but man.
Oh yeah, we're coming up on time. Dude, I could rant about this for like another 10, 20 hours. It really is just fucking unbelievable, man. And I mean, dude, white people have literally bent over backwards to repair race relations in the U.S. There's gonna have to be some sort of give on the other. Like, you cannot go to bat for people like that. You just can't do it. It's never gonna get better if you cannot condemn somebody who just randomly kills somebody unprovoked clearly because they're. I mean, what more evidence could you ask for that was a racially motivated attack? Like, what do you have to write a manifesto? Be like, I'm going to stab the next white person that sits in front of me on the train because they are white. Like, and I mean, how many times just this year have we seen? Like, remember that kid that got stabbed at like the high school football game or whatever, and they set up GoFundMe campaigns for the fucking kid that did it.
Right.
Like,
whatever happened with that, I don't know what the follow up on it was, but
I don't know. But I guarantee you, this day and age, there's video.
As an adult, but I don't know what.
Yeah, haven't seen the video of that. I wonder why. I don't even know how this video. I know Alex Jones was like the first one to put out the full video that I saw. I don't know if anybody else beat him to, because remember the first video they put out, it cut off after the dude stood up behind her. And there's clearly a real, like, I don't know. They're like, oh, out of respect for the victim's family and everything. Like, I don't know, dude. For whatever, like, maybe I have like something wrong with me, but like I wanted to see the full video. As disturbing it, like I don't know, dude. I think it's kind of important to see how fucking brutal this stuff really is. It was, dude. By the way, it was 1,000 times worse than I imagined. Not just the but like the fucking 7 minutes after it, where she's just bleeding out and nobody's doing. Finally, dude, one guy comes in and like tries to help her. Like it took like over a minute, almost 2 minutes probably, before some person tried to help her. And it looked like it was a black dude, by the way. Again, to me, this isn't like a, I would have the exact same reaction if it was a fucking white dude that did this. I don't understand this. Like, we have to stand up for the people that have the same color of us, like, no matter what they do. Like, what would it take for black people to condemn other black people? Like these insane, not all black, like these insane fucking leftists. What would they have to do for them to be like, oh yeah, I condemn that behavior? Unequivocally condemn it, not fucking pawn it off on some other excuse or find some other angle to attack, the other side on. I don't know what it would, if that doesn't trigger it, I don't know what would. And it looks like Charlie Kirk met his maker today too. How old is he? He's young, right? He's like 20 something.
I don't think he's that young, but I don't.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he's our age.
No, maybe. Okay, yeah, maybe he's like 30s or was 30s. I don't know. Yeah, dude, this is gonna get. I don't know. I don't know how much more people are willing to take. You can't keep fucking gaslighting. You can't keep fucking telling people that this isn't happening when it absolutely is.
Fucking nuts.
I'm still just like fucking flabbergasted at the Van Jones CNN take. Showing sympathy for the fucking guy. Like they legitimately, they showed more sympathy for him than they did the girl that got stabbed. I'm like, oh yeah, what happened to her was horrible. But I mean, this guy, he is hurting and nobody was helping him. That is essentially their take on it. Okay. And we don't know why he did it. We couldn't possibly know. Even though he articulated it on camera. Yeah, dude. Wow, dude, that Charlie Kirk thing, man, that's fucked up.
Man.
In Utah.
All right, we got to wrap on that. That's
that's a depressing.
That's a little much.
Yeah. All right. Well, hopefully we have some better news for a Friday show.
I mean, there was a thing about Kamala Harris's stepdaughter getting a modeling contract, and they're like, "Oh, she's gonna be the left-wing Sydney Sweeney." And I thought that was fucking hilarious, but that's like Good Friday topic. Thanks,
oh,
Jim.
You got 2 kids? I didn't know you had 2 kids. Yeah. Yeah, no. I don't know if it was much of a party to begin with, Magoo, but
it was pretty morose. You just like took it even further down that road than what we had intended to.
Yeah.
Well, we promise Friday will be more upbeat and fun. If nothing else, we'll make fun of Kamala Harris's stepdaughter for her
gorgeous,
contract.
Stepdaughter, who, obviously should have a modeling career.
Definitely.
Oh my God. All right. Thank you guys for listening. And we'll be back on Friday with a brand new episode. Until then, you know what to do. Just keep on peddling that so-called fiction. Peace.